Hi, my name is Kenny Paone, and I'd just like to talk about something that I found on the internet. Now, what I found was an alternative to wireless DMX systems. Now, if you're in the lighting area of show business, you know that that kind of stuff gets really expensive, like 5, 6, 7 plus or minus a few dollars just for one piece, one transceiver, transmitter, or receiver. Well, I found something a little cheaper that works, in my opinion, just as well. I've seen a lot of those wireless DMX systems that Chevy makes and other companies that have issues that they don't connect right, or they're not at the same frequency. They're sweepable, so you have issues communicating between the transmitter and receiver. Well, this works just great. I've used this in plenty of applications, and I think I can finally review it properly. Now, I'm not going to give you all good things about it. I'm going to teach you how it works. Then I'm going to tell you the prawns, the cons of it, what I found wrong with it, and then how it makes up for it with pros. So here's what it is. It's one transmitter and one receiver. This is what they look like. They're pretty small. Usually you find these in boxes about yay big, but this is pretty minuscule. This thing plugs right in. It's got 3-pin DMX. So sorry for those of you that use 5-pin. This is strictly 3-pin DMX, and it can plug into anywhere. And what's surprising about it when I first got it is it's pretty well built for being what it is. I bought this on eBay, which would tell you what kind of make this is. It does have a brand. It's called Kedsum, Kedsum. How true is that to anything out there? I mean, I've never heard of it before this, so it's Chinese made. Let's talk a little bit about the transmitter here. It's a transmitter. It's got a bendable antenna to it. Plugs right into anywhere. It's probably, this little part right here is maybe 4 inches, 5 inches, and this little guy's another 3. So still pretty small. It's got the little bendable antenna like I was doing it earlier. But it's really well built. You wouldn't expect it. You'd expect it to be made out of plastic. It's actually really hard stuff, and it's not loose in any way. None of the pins are loose. The only thing that I see that might be an issue later is the antenna wire is exposed right there at the bending point. But really, I mean, I've never worked with too many antenna systems. That might just be standard. Now, the receiver. This guy's pretty interesting. On the box, and I think on the advertisement as well, it shows this having an antenna, and this does not. What it has, though, is this little plastic cap, and it's slightly see-through because it's got little LEDs inside of it. And basically, they're little indicator lights that tell you when it's getting signal and when it's not. That is awesome, because if you're not getting DMX signal to something, you can see it. These suckers are bright. Now, that comes with a cost, because I know a lot of you people are saying, well, what if you have a blackout? We'll talk about that in a minute. And what this also comes with are these little guys right here. You do have to plug them in. They're not battery powered. They've got little 5-volt adapters. Here's what the little mini plug looks like. And then pretty cheaply built adapter. 2-prong, not grounded. And that's pretty much all that comes with it. It's just a transmitter, a receiver, and you get 2 of these, one for each. One for each transmitter, one for each receiver. They both take the same 5-volt little plug. Now, let's talk about cons for a minute. Cons. Okay. The transmitter. It does not transmit signal in that position. I don't know why, but it does. It refuses to send signal. You have to put it in the upright position. Any more cons about that? I don't really think so. It's pretty sturdy. It locks right into anything. I've used it with little boards. I've used it with full-size hog consoles. I've used it on little adapters, USB to DMX adapters. As a matter of fact, I have one here with me. I've got this little guy that I recently got as well. Look for a video on this one. And, I mean, plugs right in. And what's funny is that these guys line right up. So this is my little DMX lighting wand when I need to do a quick setup. So anyway, once again, really sturdy. Pulls right out. Let's talk about the receiver. Okay, cons of the receiver. This sucker's bright. Now, if something goes wrong, that's awesome. If you're on stage during a blackout and you see all these little green blinking lights, that is awful. That is such a kill of all of your lighting work. What I think I'm going to do the next time I enter that situation is I'm just going to gaff tape around and then just point these guys where I want them. What I've done in the past is I've actually connected these guys and put them on the edge of the stage facing me, and then had cables coming out of them to the fixtures, not plugging them directly into the fixtures. Another con of these is the way these two work together. The transmitter doesn't do this. The receivers do. Is this little guy, because he's round, it wants to push the little plug out. You can't see it, but basically it wants to come out this way and fall out. So you really almost need to zip tie these things on here, or just push them really hard and hope that they stay. I would prefer zip tying. But they work really well for what they are. Now, pros of this whole system. It works well. Wow. Keep line of sight between these two pieces here, the transmitter and the receiver, and I mean, it's great. I've done pixel mapping effects, and it's just smooth. You know, wireless megabars and flowing water effects and stuff like that. I mean, it's so smooth, and that's from 100 feet away. I mean, it's great. I can sit at the center of the house. I can sit in the back of the house and still get all that signal to the stage. I mean, just perfectly. It's not choppy. It's great. Also, this is super portable. I mean, I can put this in my pocket. I can put both of them in my pocket, and it fits. It works. It's fast. It will cut your setup time into nothing. So, go back. I paid $200. Now, I got 4 receivers and 1 transmitter and all the power adapters that I needed for that. That was probably the best $200 I spent on anything like this. They've worked this far, and I've been using them quite a bit on experiments and stage and personal use, all kinds of events. I've used them in small venues, big venues, full-size auditoriums, church services, all kinds of stuff, and they work great. They were cheap, like I said, under $200. I think they were $185 to be exact. The shipping took forever. I think it was like 3 weeks to ship, but they're coming from China, so go figure. Really good pieces. I would definitely suggest them. I don't think they call them Kedsum on eBay. I think they're just wireless DMX transmitters and receivers. But they are very, very good, even if they're for short-time use. Very fantastic. Make sure to check out my video coming soon on the My DMX Buddy, and I'll talk to you guys soon.